The views expressed on the Nerd Realm are not necessarily the views of the LagginOut Network or its advertisers. Listener discretion is advised. Do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. You are now entering the Nerd Realm on the LagginOut Network, where we bring all the nerd news and more to you. And now, the hosts of the Nerd Realm, Havok and 404.
Welcome to the Nerd Realm, everybody. My name is Havok, and with me tonight is always 404. And we got a hell of a show for you. Little somber note, but it's gonna be okay. Because you know what? We're going to be all right. 404, tell them what we got in store for them tonight.
Today we've got a bunch of good guests on with us. We got some guests coming up. We're going to talk about the new 3DS. Havok, you're going to be talking about that, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in detail.
In detail. Oh, great. A good half an hour on 3DS. That'd be awesome. The Kingsman The Secret Service movie, we got a review on that. And coming up after that, we're going to talk about the Power Rangers trailer with James Van Der Beek. I saw it, looked pretty good. I'm not a big Power Rangers guy, but I am interested in seeing what this movie's all about. Yes, and like you said, Havok, is that we've got some sad news. Mr. Spock, Lenord Nimoy, has passed away. That's going to be rough. That's going to be felt throughout the whole sci-fi community for a while to come, I'm sure. But yeah, so let's get this thing started off quickly here. Let's get it started off right. Today on the show, we've got the big chief of the LagginOut Network, the man himself, the Chieftain.
Finally, the Chieftain has come back.
Oh, God. He brought his own music. How lame.
Dude, there's
5 people in attendance. And for the 100 people that will view this, let's get ready to sob it! I'm here, bitches!
Oh, I'm going to have to sit out in the hall. The ego has just filled the room.
God. Open a window while you're at it. It stinks.
No one here because I am the shit.
How you doing, Chieftain?
Oh, I am fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well.
Great. Super.
I can't get over it.
My God.
This is the most ridiculous opening to this show I've ever gone through.
I had no energy. Oh, I'm tired. I'm not tired. 10 hours of sleep, motherfuckers. I'm good to go. Go ahead and cut that out, 404. Have fun at this out like you gave me hell last time on my show. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to...
That thing.
Well... Where do we go from here?
I'm out.
Well, and yeah, all right, Chieftain, thanks for being here. We'll talk to you next week.
Get the fuck out.
Also,
oh, man.
If Chieftain wasn't enough to be on this episode of Nerd Realm, we also have, coming from a new show called Pinky and the Games, we have Pink and Irish.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Like a lot of you know, Pink's already been on the show several times. We're always happy to have her. But yes, like 404 has said, she has a new show coming out called Pinky and the Games.
Yeah.
I still teach myself. Pink, why don't you tell us a little bit about it? You and Irish both. Have at it.
Yeah, this is news to me.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. Like, you start feeling warm, tingly feelings and feeling awkward. You know that you're watching our show. That's for sure.
What does that even mean?
Oh, you'll find
If you like pop culture, games, and those awkward silences by yourself, you're at our show.
So it's kind of like the LagginOut podcast, but it's entertaining. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Exactly. And not rough.
Yeah. We'll have we'll be talking about Spawn Candy a lot because we are partnered with them, and then We will be talking about Pussy Natural Energy Drink. Yeah. And then some Glom Tom, which Cody loves the Glom Tom.
What's that?
It's the best pillow ever.
It's a pillow? Wait, it's called a Guantom and it's called a pillow? It sounds like a depository.
Imagine your weenuses being the best they've ever felt while you're playing games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
It's
Holy
strictly
shit.
made for your weenuses.
Yes.
Great.
I'm not
Here
sure
comes
if I
chafing.
have a weenus.
For those of you that don't know what a weenus is,
Thank
Google
you.
it.
It's a gamer pillow, right, Pink?
What?
It's a gaming pillow or something like that?
Yeah, you put it on your stomach if you're skinny or your fat roll if you're bigger. And you just lean and relax your weenuses. There's even a pouch where you can put your controller. So, for the low price of $100.
I like this.
Wow.
A weenus.
It's money, people.
It's kind of like the My Pillow for gamers.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's a width requirement, but
I'm not fat, I'm big bone, so shut up.
there's no such
I'm
thing.
fluffy.
I'm like a fluffer nutter sandwich. Got it?
Oh my God.
No, but
geez,
really,
the show is spinning
I go
out of
underwear.
control.
And then we'll be
So-
talking about Spawn Candy, which has 6 internal different things you can do on the website. Like you can live stream, you can read reviews, blogs, etc. A bunch of different stuff can go on the Spawn Candy network, and you can live stream through their own network. You can customize your dashboard. They're even fully sponsoring teams right now for Xbox One Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So, and that's fully sponsored.
A full team, right? Of 6? Or is
4.
it 4? Was it 4 and 2 alternates?
4, and I think they provide the coach.
Oh, okay. They're very popular because I was on Xbox One last night and I was talking to somebody who, Revolver Gaming, which we all know, and they actually sent the sponsorship information for a single person.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not single. Yeah, it's a single person. I go, is it Spawn Candy? I go, gee, that sounds familiar. So they're making their name out there. They're doing some good stuff, I hear. So, and I like their logo. It's a bra, so you know it's hot.
You should see it on their t-shirts. I want to wear it.
Yeah. Well, you can
I'd wear it
LagginOut
every day.
shirt first, but we'll talk about that later.
So guys, I know it's been making the interwebs lately, more a little, and it got over trumped by the dress, which we're not going to even talk about that at all. But
We're
the
not going to talk
and
about
blue.
Pinky and the Brains coming in because it was news to me that they actually were actually going to be on the LagginOut Network because no one told me. Pink, Havok.
Well, I thought it would be
Surprise.
my surprise.
I love
didn't
how she
know.
just bully. I'm sorry, but you were going to move on to the next thing. I wanted to touch that real quick, and then you can edit it out later. But I feel better just saying it.
Well,
Thank
it's
you guys
just
for
like-
communicating so well to me. Since I am the CFO of the CEO of the LagginOut Network, you think I would know, but I didn't.
Well,
So,
I
whatever,
just
guys.
have to come
Whatever.
in here and take your spot. Like I got to double O sneak that shit.
Oh my goodness. The shit talking happens, doesn't matter if it's games or business. The shit talking is always rampant.
Don't keep it off the trigger.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what do you
also,
expect from somebody who can't reach the top shelf?
hey, ouch.
Go ahead, Havok, I'm sorry.
It's all right, guys. It's all right. And actually, for the record, I did not know. I kind of assumed. I'm usually the last one to know. But anyways, no. Like I said, the Power Rangers fan film, starring Katie Sackhoff and James Vanderbeek. It's like I said, it's been circulating the internet. I mean, I liked it, but I wasn't impressed. It was more like Christopher Nolan's Power Rangers.
I felt James Vanderbeek was a very odd choice.
What's
I thought
that?
he was fucking awesome. I've never seen James Vanderbeek be awesome.
I agree with you. Like, that's an interesting role, and it's kind of ballsy for him to do. But like, I'm totally turned off by Power Rangers in a dark sense. Like, they're supposed to be cookie cutter candy for kids like 8 to 12. Them running around with guns, it's like Halo meets Power Rangers. I'm like, okay, click, dislike.
Yeah.
Hold my blue sticky balls.
So far, what I've noticed on the trailer is that, you know, a lot of times they take an old show like that and they make a movie out of it, and everyone's like, well, it was fine, but it was more for kids, you know. And here's a situation where they took one that really, I think, probably should have stayed aimed at kids, and they're trying to put that adult spin on it so that the older generations will get into it. But
you think they'd want to stick to that type of kiddie thing, though? That's an interesting perspective, 404. But you think you want, like, people that age now have kids of their own, and you think you want them to bring them to a movie and reintroduce Power Rangers to them? So wouldn't you want to go for a more general audience, making it a more PG rated, so that way they can share their pleasurable experience as children with their children as well?
Yeah.
And
wow,
and that's what Jason David Frank, he weighed in on it, and he said he was actually approached to repraise Tommy for that. And
yeah.
And yeah, he's very religious now, anyways, and he said himself he's more of a PG-13 kind of guy.
I saw that whole interview on Facebook, on YouTube.
Yeah, and he had some valid points, and I kind of get it. I mean, he has a kid, and I gotta agree with him on the point that it is a kid's property. It's a kid's logo type thing. I mean, like, even the G.I. Joe movies weren't even really pushed to the line as far as making things very violent and everything. Don't get me started on Transformers, but I mean,
which was filmed in Austin, Texas, partially.
Oh yes, the last one was, anyways.
The one Marky Mark.
But the whole Power Rangers thing, it was a nice spin, but I don't think it was gonna really garnish anything. And him getting pissed off about it because apparently the other day Saban tried to give him a cease and desist to take it down. And he got all pissed.
Isn't it just a fan film?
Yeah, but at the same time, I kind of understand it because Saban's really cool about doing fan films. They don't really care. For God's sakes, they allowed Emo Rangers to freaking get as far as it did. And Emo Rangers was a fan film that was like, what, I think like 4 or 5 years ago. And
they did a thing called Emo Rangers, like where they cut themselves.
One of them did, actually. One of them was doing that. And no, but if you can still find it, I think it's on YouTube somewhere. It's called Mighty Mosh and Emo Rangers. But Saban was totally cool with that. They didn't care.
Oh my God! Did you
watch that now?
Did you guys
I
ever
know
see
what I'm doing right after this show.
No, but yes,
have you
Saban's
seen
really
the Key
cool
and
about
Peele?
it, and they didn't. Of course, Saban's a fucking tight ass, anyways. To where he doesn't want anything to really jeopardize his marketing, so he can lowball his freaking properties, aka the Turbo Power Rangers movie. Yeah, it was terrible. Anyways, no.
And you saw it though, so they got your $10.
I was a
Unfortunately,
kid.
they got my buy.
Oh, okay. It was.
I got taken to see that movie by I think my granddad or something. I don't know, but no. I mean, though, but with Haim Saban, he didn't want that floating around because one, it was going to probably make him work harder, but two, I do kind of understand because that type of subject matter, how dark it was. I mean, for God's sakes, Zach was doing a line of cocaine and he had two girls making out in his bed and crap like that. Yeah, I mean,
he moved up in the world.
Apparently, his hip hop keto videos took off.
Ranger. Otherwise, he'd have 2 dudes in his bed. Hey. You can power my Ranger, sweetheart. What?
Have you guys seen the Key and Peele Power Ranger skit where the one guy was the Green Power Ranger, but as they were talking to each other over their comms, they kept calling him Black Power Ranger?
No, I have not
It was
seen
Black
this one.
Eagle. It was Black Eagle.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. And then they're all
You
Green
guys
Eagle.
play with
Why
Ninjago.
aren't you responding?
Isn't Ninjago like a version of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because they're all like the same color, and the Green Ranger was this like legendary thing, and then like Ninjago totally stole it from there? I just thought of that. Isn't it the same story?
Last time I
never
checked,
watched
Tommy
the show.
wasn't throwing 3x2 blocks.
Lego. Hey, keep in mind, Lego Power Rangers could happen one day. Just saying.
Hey, that might be cool. Let's just write that. Let's market that. Let's
What's
Did I
smart
get
with
down?
that? Everything.
I'm in.
This is the property
I'm
of
in.
LagginOut
All
Network.
of my money, take it.
No, but you know what? But Katie Sackhoff as Kimberly. I didn't see her as Kimberly. I saw her more as the second Power Ranger, Catherine. But of course, she would have had to do a fake ass British accent. But anyways, or Australian.
Australian.
Wherever she was
You
from.
don't.
She's not American. She doesn't matter.
Ouch.
We lost the whole
man.
country right there.
That was
Yeah.
like a dick kick.
Your
Just
100
kidding.
views just went down to 25.
Just what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about, dude? We're in the
The
Bible.
power of edit.
That's all right.
Just
I'm
for the
recording
record,
this
Catherine Sutherland, if you're actually watching this show, I honestly did not mean any word, or you're freaking hot still. Just saying. No, but I mean, the whole Power Rangers thing, didn't really care for it. It was a good one-time watch. I'll never watch it again. Honestly, if it gets taken down, whatever. If it stays up, whatever. I don't see anything majorly happening to it. But
You watched it all the way through?
yeah, I watched it the whole way through, painfully. It started out interesting, and then I kind of lost interest, but I was like, I'm already halfway through it. It was 15 minutes. I made it to the 6-minute mark, might as well finish it.
Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't
There was-
make it. I was like 5 minutes. Like when Vanderbeek was doing the whole, the computer screen things with the hands, the minority reporting, the computer thing. I was just like, all right, this is just getting
what?
annoying. He was doing. They have like the
The-
whole
the what? What was
minority
it called?
report. That whole minority report, like
There you go.
computer interface. Yeah, I mumbled right through that.
Voice acting, right?
That was hard to say.
The whole twist at the end, the whole Rita Repulsa thing. I was like, where are they going with this? And they threw that lame ass freaking twist at the end. I mean, it was cool in a way, as in like, I was like, as soon as they said, I'm the person who made you a ranger, because Tommy showed up at the very end, who was like 40, when I guess this took place, 3 years after whatever happened? I don't know. I don't know what the timeline they were trying to do, but the whole
It
Rita
looked more like
Repulsa-
37 years.
I know, and the whole Rita Repulsa twist at the end, I was like, okay, that was okay, I guess. It looked just like the end of Insidious 1, but, whatever.
I have to ask though, is that who's really clamoring for a Power Rangers movie?
Right.
I mean, there's so many other, characters out there that could be worked on. It's
GoBots, hello.
Well, that's the thing, is the property is still really hot, despite it. I mean, yes, it's lost a lot of its longevity from like 20 years ago, but it still actually has a legitimate fan base to it. I mean, they see.
Then keep it
I mean,
as
they
a
keep
TV
pumping
show.
it out left and right.
And keep it as a TV show.
I know Irish was telling me before we started recording, he wants a My Little Pony movie.
Oh
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
He's a
Just in case you haven't noticed, I do have a zombie unicorn tattooed on the side of my neck. My
Yes.
Little Pony movie, all the way.
He's a brony, no judgments.
Hey, no, bronies are weak.
On New Year's Eve, I actually met a self-proclaimed full-fledged brony at a party that was very awkward.
How can it not be awkward? I mean, doesn't that second part of that statement kind of like speak for itself? I met somebody at a brony party. That's all you have to say.
No, it was a New Year's.
No, that's
party.
not all you have to say. My first question would be, why were you at a brony party?
That's a
I
good
was
question,
not.
yeah.
I said I was at a New Year's party.
Oh, okay. Wait till you come to South by Southwest. It's a very progressive city. You'll see a lot of stuff here when you get here for South by, which is March 13th through the 15th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I live in Houston. There's a reason I stay 3 hours away.
Oh, okay. I thought to stay away from me.
Speaking of South by Southwest, just to remind listeners is that the Nerd Realm will be at South by Southwest this year, hanging out at the LagginOut booth. So
Yes, and that's Saturday. We will actually be performing a live show, live-ish show there
Almost live
on
show.
the floor.
Yeah,
almost live.
live-ish. Yeah, that's a good term for it.
It'd be awesome. And if we're lucky, and I'm going to go ahead and call it out now, I'm throwing down the invite. Chieftain, throw it around to your little crew over there at the LagginOut podcast. Whoever wants to sit on the chair, be glad. Come on in. We want you.
All right.
A zombie killer, maybe a zombie killer or funny guy might actually make their first appearances on the Nerd Realm. So it's out there. I mean, we've had Chieftain on here 3 times.
One of us from Pinky and the Games will be there too, if not both. So.
Oh
Awesome.
man, see, look at that! It's gonna be like a whole man, shoot, I don't even know what to describe it. It's a Dalmatian
Are you
thing.
kidding me? I get to come make fun of all of these people in person.
How many people can we fit there?
We'll make it work.
I officially can get in Chieftain's face and be like, "Ha, motherfucker, give me your griff ball now."
Yeah, we'll see about that.
The
I
chicken
told you, if you
face.
raise 50 grand for the Lagging Out Network, I'll get it fucking signed for you. And
No, I'm good. I'll just steal it.
Remember, the only way to disable someone from getting out of your face is to lick their face when they get in your face. Just saying.
Ew.
It's a life hack. It's a life hack.
That's all slimy.
You know what? I will spray vinegar in my beard and you try it. We'll see who comes out on top.
Damn it. Well, there goes that life hack.
He would fit
Moving
right
on.
in. He'd fit right in on the off ramp in Austin then.
Lick it and just say vaginosaur.
A lot of holes here. Have I met this guy before, Pink? You sound familiar.
I don't know.
Like
He's on Optic. Maybe. I don't know.
Is he your co-host or your host?
He's my co-host.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
There you go, man.
Yo.
Moltar or Zorak?
Zorak all the way.
Zorak, yeah, there's no question about that.
Oh man.
All right, so moving
It's
along.
forever Arbrak, but it's okay.
All right, moving right along.
Anyway, moving on. All right, guys.
Who just snorted
I have
into the
you guys the
microphone?
review of the new Nintendo 3DS XL. I picked it up a couple weeks ago on the 13th of February. So I've had a few weeks to actually get my hands on it and, kind of mess with it.
Break it.
Yeah, lick it, of course. Of
Masturbate on
course.
it.
That's how you work it, man. That's how you have to do
It's
it.
the only action he's seen in weeks.
Yes, sadly.
Rub it on
No,
the sack.
this is more of an upgrade of the current XL model that's out there right now. Same price of $199.99. What you get in the box, you do not get a charger, so just FYI. If you still have your charger from your other 3DS family, such as the DSi, I believe the regular 3DS out there that actually has like the smaller USB 2 model in there. That's fine. If you still have your 3D XL charger, hold on to that sucker. You're going to need it. As far as CPU, it has a new processor. It's going to be freaking fantastic. It runs Smash Brothers like 10 times faster. Smash Brothers for 3DS. It's the comparison everyone has shown on their reviews for it. If you try to run it on your old school 3DS, it takes I think it's 2 minutes to boot up. On the new 3DS, it takes 30 seconds.
Now that's a wombo combo.
Hell yeah! This one actually built in the Amiibo and NFC support. If anyone doesn't know about the Amiibos, they're little Nintendo little collectible figures that you can have to learn to kick your ass in Smash Brothers. And yes, I use them, and I never win.
Amoebas.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I have my link right here, and that's what I was using. I actually tried it out. I don't like where they have the NFC. Where they have the NFC feature, it's actually on the touchscreen. I always feel like I'm going to drop the Amiibo and crack the touchscreen, but it's actually before we actually started recording today, I actually used it. I finally built up the courage to do it. You don't even have to put the Amiibo even or near on the screen. It just automatically reads it. You just have to get it within a range, and it just bam loads it on there for you, and you're done. So you don't have to worry about scratching up your touchscreen unless you drop it. It has a new C stick. It's the weirdest second stick I've ever seen on a controller ever.
It's weird. It's hard to reach for it, right? It's on the top right-hand corner above the A and B bump buttons.
Actually, it's in a comfortable place. It's just it feels weird. It doesn't feel like like your normal joystick. I believe it's pressure sensitive. I can't really get a.
It looked really tiny.
Yeah.
It is tiny, but it's really, it's actually very read sensitive, especially for Smash Brothers. You can pull off smash attacks for Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask, which I'm playing for the first time ever. And that one controls your camera. Next month in March, which is actually coming up in a few weeks, a new Xenogears game, which is built exclusively for the new Nintendo 3DS, will use a lot of the features, which I haven't got a chance to use the extra buttons or anything. But it's the new 3DS is a very, very unique system. It's a nice gradual step for them using the same type of technology. For Nintendo using a lot of the same technology, but adding new hardware inside the system to maybe take this another few more years. I say another 4 years before we get another handheld console.
I got a question for you, Havok.
Go ahead.
As far as the 3DS is concerned, do you think it'd be possible, is it possible, should I say, to actually stream on Twitch with it?
I think with the new 3DS, with the new hardware that's in here, I strongly predict there is going to be a Twitch app coming. Because there should be no freaking excuse for Nintendo not to work with Twitch to get that on there. Because I know for the past 2.5 years, they've been working with Twitch to try to get their app on the system, at least to allow live streaming. But for some reason, we have not had that. It's been in the books for about 2.5 years. And I think with this new 3DS, I think with it going further, I would love for it to go Twitch. I would love to get a Twitch app on here to do some live streaming instead of having to, get a new motherboard for my existing one just to do that.
It might be a cool way to do the show too. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm telling you right now, though, Chieftain, when they do, I will post on both the LagginOut Network page. I will both pass on Nerd Realm. I'll be live streaming all the time on my 3DS. I'm just letting you guys know that right now.
The Nintendo is a big market too, so it's kind of like we're depriving ourselves if we don't do that. It's like we have Xbox, and we're representing like 4 major, like everyone. Like we have a PS4 group, we have a 360 group, a One group, and now like a Wii group. And like, why not, dude? Just throw it all in that giant pot, what do they call it, chop suey, full of gaming and stuff like that. That'd be awesome.
Well, do you feel like the Nintendo 3DS is more based for like kids, or are they going to make it a little bit newer for adults?
I think game-wise, the handheld has always been something just to keep kids occupied. But there are a few titles on there in which everyone could really enjoy. I mean, believe it or not, the Pokemon franchise is still super strong. With Smash Brothers, you can get your ass kicked big time. I don't think I've won a match.
They have this new adult game called Robbie the Rapist. It's adults.
That was on Virtual Boy first.
There's an unlock code to get. Kobe Bryant and Bill Cosby on there.
The only reason why I would buy that.
I like the pudding, deep the gobbledygook.
Improv.
What you gotta do is put the pills in the pudding, then you get the kids to eat the pudding. And
last two things about the new 3DS.
Put my dick wherever I want.
Sounds like we're trying to audition to be on South Park.
Gimme. Miss Pink, you start talking and she's a host of Pinky in the Brain.
So you just sound like you're pushing out a really hard to push out turd.
Losing it. Now the last two things about the new 3DS before we push on. The new it features new super stable 3D. There's an extra sensor that's in there that's actually right next to the 3D camera. It tracks your head movement within a huge cone of distance, so you don't lose your 3D stereoscopic effect at all. So you're constantly able to see it instead of trying to find the right spot to see the 3D at. Especially
for those awesome creeped out moments of watching Majora's Mask follow you all around the house.
Oh god, yeah. I had to stop playing it. That game is freaking creepy. Like I said, it's my first time ever playing Majora's Mask.
Back when it was on the 64, I lost a lot of sleep.
See, at that time, my family wasn't able to afford that damn expansion pack.
Oh my god, the Rumble packs. Oh, it took me weeks to convince them that I needed one.
Mine, luckily, was a Christmas gift. It came with Star Fox 64, one of my favorite games of the 64 series.
Everyone loved
Oh my god, yes.
it. Xbox came
And
out, and pro gamers turned off the Rumble feature on the 360 and the one that I think Pink told me that, or another pro gamer told me that. It's like we went to Rumble packs to, I'm not going to use a Rumble pack. It distracts me from my aim. So I'm just like, what the hell's going on? So.
Oh yeah, the vibration.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate that shit. I don't use that because then when I try to aim and someone's shooting me in my booty hole, my gun's all like, brrr, and I'm like, no.
In your booty hole, they do
That's
that?
Yeah, they always come up in my booty hole, and it's
Well, you gotta hold it firmly. You know, you can't be holding it gently. You got a firm grip.
These female gamers, they don't know how to hold things. I don't know.
Oh.
Sandwiches. They know how to hold sandwiches.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I had a female
I won't
yell at
see
me
you
last
in
night
2
to tell me
weeks.
to go get Zombie Killer. I was playing with her the other night. She's like, "Go get me a sandwich." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
No, when did the reverses roll?
I know he's reversing. He's like, "I got bigger balls than you do. Go get me a sandwich." Anyway, those Rumble packs, yeah, it's like that'd be kind of interesting if 3DS actually incorporated a Rumble pack.
They do not have they unfortunately do not have a Rumble, and that's really sad. I would love to have a Rumble, but
Well, with no charger, it would immediately kill it.
That's a good
yeah.
point.
They even switched the medium in which you save stuff. Let's see, they went to from the standard SD cards, they went to micro SD cards, and it automatically comes with a with an included 4 gig micro SD card. Which of course you can update that. You can get a bigger one, and they have a whole list on their website of which compatible micro SD cards you can get. And then you can just figure out online on how to take off the back. It's just a couple screws and just pop it off. And the new stick actually comes with a little crowbar thing to help you pop off the back. So, like I said, $199.99. It's a really good buy. It's of course backwards compatible with all the 3DS family, which includes your DS games and 3DS titles that are already out there now. And this is the only way you're going to be able to play most of the new branded 3DS games, such as Xenogears, which comes out next month. And like I said, definitely a buy. It's really fun. I really enjoy it. I haven't really put it down. Yeah. Anyone got anything to really comment on that? If you guys have got your hands to at least gone to your nearest GameStop to try it out.
I'll just borrow yours when you come down for South by. Check it out.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll just run off with Joe to watch it.
Yeah, there you go.
That works.
We'll just lose your charger, call it a day.
We're
we
gonna
still
put it
talking-
on the giant screen behind you and do like a video capture with you playing.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
I'll just
We'll stream you pretending to stream.
Yeah, I've done that.
Are we still talking about the 3DS?
Yeah, no, we just wrapped up. 404 must have been staring off.
He must have been taking a shit. Welcome back.
The NyQuil has taken effect.
No. Just anything Nintendo, I zone right the hell out.
Let's move on to something really, really awesome. I recently saw the film The Kingsman The Secret Service, based on a comic book called The Secret Service by one of my favorite comic book writers, Mark Miller. It pretty much made, I just want to say this movie made Bond look like a pussy. Just saying. It was, and that's really strong to say. But
That's a pretty bold statement, Havok. It's pretty bold.
It is a pretty bold
You're
statement.
getting 00 sneaked later. That's what's gonna happen.
Bond? James Bond?
Yes, James. But this movie made James Bond look like a bitch because the game was just overall fun.
No
it
more
was. I mean, Samuel Jackson as a villain with a lisp, as weird as that sounds. Yes, he had a lisp.
I am tired of these motherfucking snakes on this
Colored
motherfucking
Yankee
plane.
hats than most Care Bears.
I'm a Yankee fan. I probably have a little bit more than he does. I got 7 championship hats and 4 regular ones. So
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I don't know. The only 2 words I have about that movie is the umbrella.
Dude, the umbrella was freaking bad. That's the thing, is they took a lot of their British spy properties, such as like the Avengers, like not to be confused with Marvel's The Avengers, but back in the '60s there was a spy they had named John Steed, They made a really shitty
was a
movie.
stud.
Right? Yeah. He was a badass with an umbrella and a bowler hat, and no, but this one, they worked with with an English tailor named Mr. Porter, in all the suits that you see in the movie, as well as even Samuel Jackson's clothes, which you can get through, I believe it was Adidas Classics, I think it was. That everything you saw in the movie you could actually buy. The suits were freaking sharp, man. Those are some.
The suits were really bulletproof.
I wish they were.
No, you were talking about the Kingsman. I didn't know what you were talking about, and then it triggered 2 seconds later. Oh, that's the movie he's talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but in the movie, of course, the suit's bulletproof, and good God, they didn't use it as a plot device at all, but you could just tell that every time they got shot by something, it just kind of like bounced off them, because it's either that or all the henchmen in the movie all went to Stormtrooper shooting class. But no, it was a really, really cool movie. Colin Firth was amazing in the movie. Mark Strong, he played Lord Blackwell in the Sherlock Holmes movie from, I think it was 2008 with Robert Downey Jr. Mark Hamill played a small role in the movie, and his British accent, by the way, makes him sound like the Joker, since that's who he played for like 10 years.
Wait, who's Mark Hamill again?
Luke Skywalker.
Oh. Wow, he didn't detect that sarcasm at all. Okay.
I thought he was a nice kid.
The force is not strong with this one.
Yeah. Well, you get me talking about nerd stuff, I start getting tunnel vision.
Never mind. I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you off air about this.
Okay. No, honestly, though, I've seen it like 3 times. I'm going to go see it a couple more times. It was that good of a movie. I strongly recommend it. It's still in theaters at this point in time. It didn't unfortunately beat 50 Shades of Grey, which, let's face it, nothing was going to beat that movie, despite how terrible it is. But honestly, Kingsman, if you want to go see a really good movie you can just kind of like zone out to and just really go for a really fun ride and just don't care about the logistics of it being tied down to anything realistic like most of the Bond movies now, this is your movie. It is just fun all the way through.
How many TARDISes do you give it?
I give it 5 TARDISes out of 5. And in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right here.
Keep in mind, this is the same man that said that the Flashpoint movie was like one of the greatest ones ever.
Oh, so there's no accounting for taste. That's
there's not.
Wait, what, the Flashpoint paradox?
Yeah.
Yes, I love that movie.
Yeah.
It was good in its own right.
It started the new 52 universe.
Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. They Havok boosted this movie in a big way to me, so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna rent it for $5 on Amazon. You owe me $5, motherfucker.
You didn't get my check. It was in the mail.
Didn't you mention this 3 shows ago?
Yes, he did.
Yes, and I mentioned
I say 3 shows. That was 6 months ago.
I will keep mentioning it over and over until I get my money back.
You know what? I will tell you this. I will bring your $5 to South by Southwest. I will hand it over to you right there. As well as your own personal signed by me copy of Flashpoint Paradise.
30 South by Southwest, March 13th to the 15th.
Void where prohibited.
No, honestly though, you guys.
Hey, Havok, you just lost like Barry Allen. That just happened.
Oh, fuck. But no, honestly, the movie is a really great movie. Fun. It's out in theaters right now. Go check it out. And I mean,
wait for video.
In fact, I will pay. You know what? 404. We will actually go watch that movie down in Austin when we go. I tell you what.
I don't think so. I do not think so.
Anyways, go see it. Really fun movie. Let's move on, shall we?
Good job, Havok, bringing everybody back. He's really good at that. You guys try to derail him, he goes right back into the subject. Very good, very professional.
Minus the Flashpoint paradox.
I'm gonna give these notes to Funny Guy, and hopefully he'll do it too.
Let's get to the sad part of the show, though. As most of the nerd community found out, as of February 27th of 2015, a really huge legend in the nerd universe, Lenord Nimoy, passed away due to complications of COPD, and that's actually something I kind of know a little personally about. It's really, really, really bad
It's the
bad
heart,
type
right?
of medical condition. No, COPD is respiratory.
Respiratory, it's lung. Sorry.
Yeah, well, he was a heavy smoker too, and it finally caught up with him. But just a week prior to his passing, he checked himself into the hospital, and I was like, oh great, maybe it's just something normal. No, but no, apparently 1 week later, dead. I mean,
if I see honestly, one more live long and prosper thing on Facebook, I'm going to scream. Yes, it's either Lenord Nimoy dying or the blue and gold dress. That's all I've been seeing.
That is so
I know.
true.
I'm like, I can understand the Lenord Nimoy, but please.
The last time that there was this much, the last time that there was this much news about a dress in the news, it was because Bill Clinton stained it.
He's a freaking legend. He's the only guy who was in every single movie, right?
I think so. I think he was in almost every movie except for the New Generation movies, but he was in a couple episodes. But like my first real thing, even when I was little about this, my first experience with Lenord Nimoy, he played Galvatron in the '80s Transformers movie.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he played Galvatron.
And it looked like him too.
Yeah, and he was freaking had a this voice of just pure evil. He made Frank Welker kind of like, damn, I wish I signed on to keep doing that role for the movie. But no, I mean, the Lenord Nimoy passing is a very sad thing for me. I was kind of broken up about it.
No, you mentioned that he was a heavy smoker, but he quit like 30 years ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it still caught up with him. He was pretty heavy about it. I mean, like it was heavy documented that he would chain smoke that son of a bitch, which is funny because I just have this mental image of him just sitting outside full Spock gear and just having a smoke with Bill Shatner, just talking about the weird shit George Takei does.
Could you imagine Shatner sitting there like talking to him about I'm about to record an album.
That's freaking fantastic.
I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking about doing an Elton John cover
show.
Oh man, but
he was actually on.
I think Lenord Nimoy is the only one who could put up with William Shatner's bullshit. I mean, hell, it's heavily documented. Everyone knows about George Takei and William Shatner's personal feuds.
I don't know what you're talking about because I talked to Bill the other day and he doesn't have an issue with George. So
George Takei apparently documents something. Then
the only thing is that Takei gets mad about is that if Shatner actually goes to a convention and stuff, he actually gets more money than he does. I'm like, motherfucker, he was an admiral. He outranks you. What have you done lately? He's had a hit show on Fox. He has Chat on like the DIY network or something. He's still working. Of course he's going to get more money. He's earned it. He's Captain freaking Kirk. And I spit all over
Chris
myself.
Pine's Captain Kirk now. Deal with it, Shatner.
Doesn't
that little boy in those last two movies?
Yes.
I think he owns Priceline too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think he does.
Or he's like a major...
Yeah, the Priceline negotiator guy.
Yeah. But I think he owns it. He either owns it or he owns like a majority stake in it or something.
This is where 404 puts a picture of him on Priceline.com on post.
Priceline negotiator.
He's a legend.
Yeah, I actually read something pretty interesting. The entire the way he acted out Spock was based off of he was trying to mimic his favorite stars, Christopher Lofton and Boris Karloff from playing Quasimodo and the Frankenstein monster.
Interesting.
I can see that. Actually.
Something coming from a complete, just distraught, evil scenario into like this loving character at the end. Which Spock kind of ended up doing. And then, yeah.
Lenord Nimoy. His that live long and prosper with the two fingers separated is also a Jewish blessing.
Yeah, it was something from Yiddish or something like that.
His Jewish background too, so he actually implicated that in the show. Now it's legendary; everyone does it, except people. You do it kind of like your hand down over people, not hand up. So that's the only difference. Yeah.
Smart.
Okay,
That either.
so here's
the stuff you learn.
I love Lenord Nimoy. He's a legend, but doesn't know all this stuff. And I casually like.
I said I like Lenord Nimoy's work. I didn't say I liked everything he's done. I mean, I
think
didn't
those
see.
notes would be longer than 3 lines. Then there, Havok. Do your research, mofo.
Did you know that Lenord Nimoy directed 3 Men and a Baby? I bet you did not.
Yes, I did actually.
Because I sure as hell did it until the other day.
Isn't that crazy though? I didn't find out until he died.
Yeah. That's exactly what I found out. No, but Lenord Nimoy, he will always be Galvatron, he will always be Spock, but hey.
You know what kills me? What kills me is when George Takei, they'll show George Takei out on doing conventions or whatever, and he goes out there. He was Sulu. He was a Japanese guy on a starship, and yet he goes out into these conventions and stuff and does the whole Vulcan salute. And it's like, you realize that's not your thing, man.
Well, it's a Star Trek thing. I think that's why it supersedes the character.
It's fucking bullshit, man.
No, that's a
Listen,
right to
I'm throwing a
train
wrench in your
thing.
logic, 404, and you're just gonna take it.
That's right.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Or
but
George
coming
is just standing in the back going, "You're a Jew. You're a Jew.
Oh my
You're a
god.
Jew."
Well, George Takei had an interesting background. He was actually in an internment camp when he was a child, so he's had his fair share of repression as well, and he talks about it in depth on
So that makes it okay for him to steal another species' little sign language thing.
Yes. It's totally justifiable because he had a rough life.
Yes, justified. That is actually very justified under the Kanye laws of parody.
You know,
I figured that might have fit more towards the Chris Brown Rihanna style,
Oh God.
We'll be reviewing Kanye's new game, How to Be Popular Without Having Any Talent.
I thought it was Super Gold Digger Brothers.
Better.
Oh man. Oh. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Havok, 404.
Yep.
Pink, Irish, Chieftain, John Boy. We're out of here.
This has been the Nerd Row.
Wait, here we go, right now.
This has been a presentation of the Nerd Realm with Havok and 404 on the LagginOut Network.
Fuck.
All I can think about is Kanye now. Hold on.
Ooh, she's
I'll
a
let you
gold
finish,
digger.
but